You're welcome back to class. Today we want to add more functionality to our Google search app. We'll be adding the layout, we'll be adding some other functions to it. So we'll start with the foreground. The foreground is expected to have a header, and this is the foreground. I chose the linear V. So this linear V will allow me to create the header inside it. So I want to set the width to match parent so that it will be full screen. Now I want to add the header section. The header section is going to contain items in a row. So I will be choosing the linear H. So the linear H is inside the foreground now, as you can see. So I need to remove the padding for this foreground. So I'll click the padding. When I click the padding, it's set to 8 by default. So I'll change it to 0. Now I've changed that to 0. Now it's full screen without any space. So this is the header. I want to add the body. The body is going to contain just a single content, which is the web view. So I'll be using linear V. If you like, you can use the linear H, since it's a single element that it will contain. So I want to set my body, the width should be parent so that it will be full screen, yes, but the height should match content. Wrap it to content so that I can add other layouts under it. I want to now add the footer. The footer is going to contain two things. It's going to contain where I will put my ads, and then where I will put probably copyright, something like you saw in that other app. So I want to that means I'll be using the linear V so that I can contain two things. So this for my footer. So I'll set the width to match parent, then the height I'll wrap it around the content. Or before I wrap it around the content, let me drop my two contents inside it. Now first I will need a linear V to for my a linear V for my ad. Then I'll use linear H for the footer information. So I want to just set this to full screen, width full screen. This also I want to set it to full screen. Okay, sorry, that full screen, sorry. Now I want to name all these tabs so that I won't get confused as I continue. Remember, this is my linear for my header, so I want to name it as header. Yes. The first one I created, that's my linear one. I want to name it foreground so that I will not forget. Foreground. Save. Yes, this for my content, so I need to name it as content. Yes. Linear 4. Let me go to linear 4. Linear 4, that's my footer. You might have named it earlier so that you won't get confused. Footer. Save. Now this footer, I want to also wrap it around the content. The height, wrap it around the content. Yes. Now back to this content. I want this content to full the screen without this footer disappearing. I'll do the two things. First, I will allow the footer to disappear, so I'll set the height to parent. Select. You will notice that the footer has disappeared. It won't show again. So for this not to happen, I'll still wrap it around the content. Set. You see it's back. You can see the footer again. So then you come to this weight. Then you change this to 1. By changing this to 1, this will not disappear. It will make sure that everything is shown. That's what that does. So this footer section, this footer section, I may decide to add a background color to it. For example, let me use blue. If you notice, blue has been my own hue, so that's why I use it a lot. You can decide to use another color. So this background, this for the header now, I want to use the same blue. Yes, that's the top and the bottom. Now there is something I need to show you. This toolbar that you're seeing on top here and this main XML, the network bar and others, I may decide to remove them. To do that, just come and click on this main.xml that you can see down here. You click on it. When you click on it, it will show. Now it's shown. When you click by this at this edit icon, you will see this new page. When you remove this status bar, that network and others will leave. When you remove this toolbar, the other blue bar will leave. So I've done that. Now we'll see what will happen. Then if I want this app to only work in portrait mode, then I'll select portrait. If I want it to work only in landscape mode, I'll select landscape. But if I want it to be changing using the landscape or portrait, depending on what is set, you choose both. Now you don't want them to be seeing your keyboard on launch, you choose hidden. But if you want to be seeing your keyboard all the time, probably once they launch it, they will have to type a web address or something. You can set it to unspecified or visible, but in my own case I set it to hidden. So, and I'll save it. Now I've changed some things. Come back here. You see those other icons have disappeared. I have a full screen. Now I need to add content to this page too, to this content section, and what I want to add there is that same web view that we added initially in the last project, and that's what I've just done. You will notice that there is a space around it. To remove it again, I'll just need to go to content layout and remove the padding. I'll set my padding to 0. Now you see I've clicked on the web view now and it's showing that everything is full screen. I want to add icon to my app now. I'll click on image view, drag it and put it here. So here you can put the logo, you can put anything you like. But before this image will be able to work, you need to click these 3 dots at the right and top corner. So I'll click it. Once you click it, you come to image. You can see the image. When you click it, you can now import images for this project or for your collections. So click the red button, you see this page. Click on add image. When you click add image, you now select from your gallery. I'm trying to select an image from my gallery now. I'll use this image as my icon for this app. You can decide to change the name to icon or whatever you think you love. So then you can edit this image, you can rotate it, you can flip it. So that, and if you want to use this image in another project, you add it to collection. But as for me, I'm not using it in another project, I only use it in this project. So I'll save. Now that I've saved it, if I go back to my project, still loading. Yes, back to my project. I'll click that icon now and now add that image there. You can see that the icon is now here. You had it select, and wow, this already okay, but it's not too good. The reason why I said it's not too good is because it's too big. An icon should not be like this, so I need to set the height and width. I'll set the width to say 60. Let's see how big 60 will be. Okay, the height to 62. I think I'll be okay with that. Okay, if you're not okay with this, you may decide to reduce it. 40, set it to whatever you're convenient with. I think 30 will be better. Yes, I love it this way. Now this is the icon for my app. I want to add a text view. For the purpose of this project, you are to put in this text view your name and admission number. So you put your name and your admission number. Admission number. So you put your own name and admission number. As for me, I'll just put it there just to indicate what you have to put. So I could decide to change the color of this text. So all I need to come to is the text color. You change it. I want to use white. Can you see in the progress? Yes. Then I need to allow users to be able to click back, click forward, reload and the like. So I want to add these things to my project. I'll be using text view. You can decide to use a button. I'll use button once, but I'll use text view. The reason why I'm using text view is because it's more flexible than the button. So for this, I want to make it my back button, and back button I'll just use double arrow to indicate it's a back button. Now my text color, I want it to be white. Okay. Then the background color, I want it to be back. Oh, what do I choose now? Maybe I'll make it light blue, something light. Okay, I'm okay with that. Yes, I'll need to set my forward also. Use text view also for my forward. Edit the text. For my forward, I'll use double arrow key, double arrows also. So when we click this, it moves forward. The text color, I want it to be white as well. And the background color, I want it to be cyan, light variation of cyan. Let me see. I don't like this. This background color, it won't allow the icons to show well. Okay. This color, I don't like them. Let me try something different. Lime. Okay, I will be using lime, and my text color is going to be red or deep orange is okay. Let me see. Okay, for this other one, let me use my background color to be lime. Don't mind me, I'm not so good at colors, but you need to be good at colors so that your work will come out better. Good. Yes, I'm okay with this. Now I want to separate these two buttons using the margin to the left. Let me go back so that you can see what I clicked. I clicked this forward button, so I will add a margin to the left. So I'll unclick this all to the left. I want a margin of 9 dp. Save. Now you see they are separated. If I like, I could click this and add another margin. The space will become more. Now I want to add my button. Yes, this button will close this app, and so I'll put X inside it. Yes, instead of using all these, you can decide to use icons. You can use icons. So I'm using all this so that you can see a variation. The text color should be white. Yes, I want white, but the background should be red so that they know that red. That's the exit button. Then the height and width, I want to set the height and width, making it 30 dp. As the width. Then the height, I want it as 40. Oh, seems taller than that. Sorry. The height, let me use 35. Set it. Okay, I think it's okay. So I still need my margin. I need my margin to the left. To the left, I'll be using 9 as well. Yes, I'm okay with this margin, but you can see that it's not to the left, so I want to pull it to the left. I will then increase the weight of this name and admission number such that it will push others to the left and right. So my weights, I'll go to weight. Okay, this weight, change it to what? 1. Yes, that's done. And as you can see, they've shifted to the right hand, but I'm not yet satisfied. It seems this header contains some padding. I want to remove the padding. Set it to 0. Yes, they are now at the extremes. Oh, good. But it seems this icon is shorter. Okay, the height. Yes, I've wrapped it to the parent now so that it will be the same height as others. Now that's the top of my app. I want to work on the footer. Well, on the footer for my own project, I won't be adding much. I'll just add copyright OcisPlace. So I'll drag in my text view and then add the text. copyright OcisPlace. Yes, save it. Yes, you can see copyright OcisPlace. I want to change the text color to white. I know by now you should be used to changing of text color. Now I want to centralize it. So to centralize it, I'll talk about the layout gravity, center, horizontal. Then for this also, the layout gravity, center, horizontal, set. Good. Then the gravity for this also, set it to center. Okay. The gravity, set it to center. Now everything is in the center now. It seems this text is not so bold like I love it to be. Then I can change my text style and change it to bold. Now it's bolder. I could decide to change the font size also. So you can come to font size, text size. You can increase it, you can lower it depending on what you want. But as for me, I'll choose 14. Yes, it seems big enough for me. I'm convenient with that, and that's all. Now the last thing I will need to add at this bottom is my Google AdSense. But before we can do the Google AdSense, we will have to do some things. Go back to that 3 buttons, then you go to your library component settings, click it. Then you see your add mob here. When you click this add mob, you will need internet connection. Then let me put on my data. My data is on now. I'll click add mob. Yes, you need to sign in to your add mob account, the one you created the other time. Remember, in the last project, in the last assessment, you expected to create your Google add mob account. So if you've done that, you just click to sign in. Yes, I use Editor Home on my AdSense account. Sign in. But before this will happen, it will show me some ads which I have to view to be able to access as normal. The network is not stable yet, so probably it's not able to load the add mob. We'll take that in the next class. Okay, the network is back. Now it says watch a video to unlock. All these are locked, so I'll watch a video. It's loading the video. After the AdSense is loaded, you can now click open add mob settings, and in your add mob settings you save all you create a add unit. When you've created your add unit, you generate a code. I'll copy out my own code now so that you can see what it will look like. Then I will now add it manually. Before I will add manually, you must have done that. But as for me, I've gotten my add unit, so I will add my add unit now.